Good day, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing all right. Up here in northeastern Ontario, we're getting a continuation of really strange weather. Today, it's ice raining out there. Ice pellets, ice rain, wet, just a nasty day. And what I'm doing today is I'm going to attempt to put a new recoil rope on my 250 Bravo long track. I just want to melt this down. Somebody has been into the recoil of this Bravo long track. Who knows when. It was like that when I bought it. And it's too short. Far too short. So I just went down to Samson Sales in Bonfield and I picked up some starter rope. 7 feet's about the norm on a recoil on the snowmobile, I guess. On average, about 7 feet is average. So he tells me. I thought maybe 10 feet, I got no idea. Because I can honestly say I don't do too many recoils on snowmobiles. So I bought 7 feet at $1 a foot. $6.99 for this recoil rope, which is fine. You know what? A small business like that, he buys it in a bulk roll, probably 100 feet in a roll. And he has to make a living too, man. And $1 a foot, $7 for a starter rope, good quality starter rope, that's fine by me. Hey, I try and support those guys if they're reasonable when I can. But if your prices are absurdly high in a small town for something where I can get it for half price and it's substantial, then I go to the city. That's just how it is. So we'll continue on. Anyway, what we're doing today, hopefully I'd get into this with not a lot of difficulty. Right there, probably one of my favorite snowmobiles too, right there, you guys. Hold on. Couple things with this Bravo that need attention. Speedometer doesn't work. I have no idea why. Obviously there's a cable issue or a speedometer issue, something in there screwed. And the recoil rope is too short. At one point somebody broke it and it's too short. So I'm going to fix that and we'll go from there and we'll get into that. Never done it before in a Bravo, but we'll give it a go. Alright, so looking at this thing under the hood, I see we've got a screw here, a metric machine screw holding that. And we also have these here, which look like about 8mm, maybe 8mm there, these guys that hold that shroud on. We'll pull this shroud off and we'll try and get this whole thing off here and go from there. All right, so I was just thinking, if you have any experience with these Yamaha Bravo recoil starters, you're probably one of three things, and you've had them off and put them on. You're either a midget, a contortionist, or probably a pretty good backyard mechanic, because these things are not easy to come out of there. I can only imagine putting it back together, trying to get this recoil out of that thing. And there's bolts. These two bottom bolts here, this one's still in there and this one here. What a godforsaken location to get underneath there with that 10mm and try and get these bolts out of here. And then you got to put nuts on the other side back in underneath the motor. Well, hallelujah. Good luck to me, I say, because she's going to be quite the task. But anyway, we got it out. And now I'm looking at it thinking, now I got to put a new rope on there. And that should be interesting. But looking at this, I don't think you have to pull this all apart to put a new rope on there. Not completely, not till you get the old jack-in-the-box spring in the face, and I've had that before too. So that's where we are right now, and plus somewhere in there I dropped a bolt, and I have to go find that too, and I want to get that together to get all my nuts and bolts together, and then I'll do this. All right, so I think I got her figured out here. Here's your recoil, you can see. So I got spring tension on it right now. I've got the old rope pulled all the way out. That's how short that rope was. Have a look at that. That might have been 40 inches of rope. I think factory spec on most sleds is 7 feet of rope in the recoil. I think, in and around there. All right, so I'm gonna get my surgical needle nose out of there, and I'm wondering if I can get in there with these. Or am I just getting way too complicated on something so simple? And there we have it. As you can see now, there's the internal knot. That has to be cut, and that has to come out of there. And somehow, in this melee, we got to feed the new rope back in there. And I think I can. Let go on me, good buddy. Okay, so now we got the rope going straight in, and I would assume the old one has to feed through there, obviously. And we'll see where we go. Hopefully you guys get some okay footage. We cut the old knot off. There we go. Now, I'll show you. Just remember, I'm feeling my way through this job. I'm no expert. Now, things could go completely kitty-wampus on you if you let go of this, which I'm going to end up doing, because we're going to wind this spring even tighter. There it is. It's pulled out. That's the end of the old rope. Okay, look it. There's what you got for a pull rope. Look. Not much rope there at all. Yes, we can do that. There's something we can do here still. Okay, I think we got it there. So now what we have to do, pull it through, which I think we can, with the exception of this. Okay, we got the knot in there, we got it in the recoil. So now we should be able to spin that recoil tighter. I'm hoping. I'm so hoping. Might not be the best way to do it, but whoa, she's fixing to get away on me. All right, and we're going to clamp it again. All right. Oh, you can't clamp it there. You can clamp it there though. This thing's just itching to let go on me. All right, so I took that thing probably another 6 times around. You don't want to overwind that spring either. I don't know how much overwinding there is, but, or what it'll do as far as overwinding goes, but all right, there you have it. We have the new knot right inside there. We got the new string coming out. We've gave it 6 extra wraps, and now we want to put the handle on. How about the last thing you want to do is take that clamp off and not be paying attention and get the old whipping string inside and have to do it again. Oh, I just remembered something. I screwed that up. Not a big deal, but I just screwed that up. I just remembered something. You can't put the handle on yet because you got to go through the dashboard of the snowmobile. And then you put the handle on from the outside. So I screwed that up. Okay, there's my screw up of the day. So you know what we do? We reclamp that. All right, so take the knot back out. I got ahead of myself there. Oh, and it's going to be such a bugger to put back together. Woo! I might have to go in for lunch and get a good dose of sugar. Get myself all wound up for this next one. All right, so we could probably just tie a half-ass knot in there for now. So you could just tie a shitty old knot in there for now. Undo it. And just leave it like that for now. And install your recoil, and then when your recoil's back on the motor, then you can pull it right through the hole of the console of the machine and then tie your handle off. I got ahead of myself there. Okay. Okay, so off we go. This is scary. I was putting it back together because those bolts are so hard to get in. All right, we're getting down to the last bolt or two here. You guys can't really see. Okay, that was the last 2 bolts down there in that deep, dark hole down in there. Now, we will pull that rope through and tie that handle off. All right, so I pulled a bunch of surplus rope out of the recoil and I put a pair of vice grips on there to prevent that rope from going back in. Without the handle on, that would be absolute disaster. That would make a man scream. So, we got our surplus rope, now feed it back through. We will tie this new rope, round 2 on the handle. All right, so there we go. Double up knot right inside there, and then take the vice grips off, and there we have it. We'll put that clutch cover back on there. All right, got the new rope on there. Now we'll try and fire this puppy up. Just see how things go here. Oh, that feels so better. Much better spring. All right, key on, we'll choke it. Yamaha Bravo. 18 bucking ponies under the hood, 18 horsepower. Just busting loose under that hood right now. All right, you guys. That was a successful starter rope change on that 2011 Yamaha Bravo long track, and that's about it for this video. I thought I'd share that with you guys, and I'm gonna shut her down for the night and head in the house. Thanks for tuning in, you guys, and I'll talk to you later. We'll work on something some other time. Okay, thanks, bye.